baby. Today is officially her due date, November 3rd. But we had her 2 days early on November 1st, which is exactly what I wanted, because we didn't want to have a Halloween baby, and it was getting pretty miserable. And I don't even think we made a pregnancy vlog for this week, because we were expecting any moment now we're going to have a baby, you know. And it didn't happen until Friday, and so we didn't make one on Monday, so I'm sorry about that. But what you missed was me being very impatient every single day. It went a little something like this. My water could break at any minute now. Okay, any minute now. Any minute now. And eventually I just drove myself crazy and like cried. Seriously, it was kind of miserable. I think I forgot how hard this part was, or that part was, of being so pregnant that it's like uncomfortable to do anything. You just feel kind of gross all the time just because you're so big and stretching out and sore because you're getting ready to have the baby, you know, lots of things like that. So anyways, Halloween night we went trick-or-treating, and I went and pushed the stroller with Corbin in it, and that I think made me help get dilated more. So before Halloween, before we got into the hospital, I was at a 3, and then so Halloween night we instigated tried to wait, is that right? Tried to go into labor, and we used the number one way, which is making out. I'm sorry, this is a lot of information, but yeah, we did that, and then a few hours later, it was like 6:30 in the morning, I actually woke up from really bad pains. Oh, she's looking all around. But I actually woke up in the morning, just like, I was completely asleep, and then all of a sudden, and I was just like, it hurts so bad, and I was like, okay, this is a lot more than normal. Like, normally it just tightens up, but it doesn't actually hurt. It hurt. It wasn't like unbearable, but it would have been if it would have gotten to the point of 10 and crowning and the baby was here, you know. But no, I just woke up with really strong contractions, and then it went from, it went on for like an hour and a half, right? Actually, it didn't end until the baby got here, truthfully, but, so it was like 6:30 in the morning. Started using a contraction counter. You can get an app on your phone, by the way, that's just like push the button and it will tell the duration, the strength, and how far apart they are. And I used that, and it was really, really helpful. Much better than the way I did it before, which was just writing it down on a piece of paper and not really knowing anything else besides what time it started and stopped. So anyways, what else am I missing? So we got to the hospital. We were all excited. Come sit and talk with me, Michael. I think that'll be fun. You were there.
Okay. By the way, in preparation for trying to make her water break, I scared her with a snake. A dead snake that I found out in the front yard.
Do you want to go turn on the lights?
That's fine.
You good, Paul?
I'm okay.
Okay.
So I found a dead snake out in the yard, and she had just gotten out of the shower. This was on Halloween, I think.
Day before.
Day before Halloween.
Day before Halloween.
That's right, because we tried not to break your water on Halloween.
Yes.
And so the day before Halloween, I saw the snake, and I took it inside the house with a newspaper.
It was huge.
It was a big old snake. And I went in the bathroom and said, "Look what I found!" And
I was like, ah!
She screamed and everything, but her water didn't break.
I'm like, back up! And then he's like, I was just trying to break your water. And I was like, okay.
It's like those commercials, those Mentos commercials, where they like hit the baseball and break the neighbor's window, and the neighbor's like, "Are you okay?" And the kid's like, "I have Mentos," and they're like, "Oh, it's okay now." That's kind of how it was. Like, she was all mad at me, but then when I said, "I'm just trying to break your water,"
Then I'm like, oh, okay.
"Oh, okay, thank you. That was very nice of you."
Isn't that funny? And then I scared him really bad right after that.
Yeah, I'm justified, dude.
Hey, you opened Pandora's box. It was really funny. You squealed like a girl.
Of course, I always do.
So in the morning,
So on the
woke
way,
up,
Becca was
6:30.
hungry, and it was 6:30 in the morning. She said, "Once they get me all hooked up, they're not going to let me eat anything. I could be in labor all day."
It's true.
So I was like, "I feel your pain. Let's go get some McDonald's." So we went to a McDonald's drive-thru. They messed up our order. Becca,
but we were like, I was starting to feel
I was like, I don't really care.
strong. I was like, let's just go. Let's just go
Yeah.
to the hospital. I don't even care. I'll just eat a little bit and we'll go.
yeah. And so Becca just only took a couple bites, and then
Yeah.
you were good.
Yeah.
And then the whole party came.
Yeah, we invited my best friend Lauren. We invited my mom and all my sisters. So Jennifer, Jessica, and Amanda.
Except the youngest
Oh wait,
sister
except for
didn't come.
Shinaway. She's
But all the other sisters came. And
12.
Your dad was there. He got to
yeah,
there
my
when-
dad was
when
there.
you had
That
the
was
baby.
kind of interesting. Normally, like with my first, I was just like, only my mom. She's the only one that's gonna be there, besides Michael, of course. And that was the only people I was okay with. But this time, I'm like, how many people can we fit into the room?
They were saying sometimes they have more people
5
than
or
that.
6. And I was like, sweet. So I invited how many?
All the younger sisters were like, "Hey, this will be good birth control for them until they get married."
Except the problem was it went so well that it's not going to be good birth control
They
anymore.
were like,
They're like,
"Hey,
I
that
want
was
to have a
better than
baby.
I thought. That was great." Anyway.
I want to get pregnant now. No.
So we came into the hospital at about 8, and she was wanting, because she was group B strep positive, so they put in some medication at 8:30. They wanted to do a second dose 4 hours later at 12:30, and so they said, "Try not to have the baby until later.
Yeah.
Like,
So
don't
I
try to."
wasn't doing anything. I was just
But when we
laying
got to the
there.
hospital, she was already at a 6, dilated to a 6,
Yeah.
and she was trying not
And
to
I thought I was at a
have
3.
the baby. So we were like, "Don't have the baby yet.
yeah.
Don't have the baby yet. Like, just wait a little bit longer, a little bit longer." At 11 o'clock,
Oh yeah, by the way, we didn't even tell you about our doctor's appointment this week. But they had checked me and I was at a 3.
yeah.
And I don't know if I was thinned more than 50%.
You were still 50.
But so we were at 3, well he said 3 plus technically.
So then at 11 o'clock, they came to check you again, and you were at a 9. And so the nurse was like, "Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it to 12:30. I'm calling your doctor right now."
She's like, like my mom said, you should have seen the look on her face. It was like,
Yeah, she was looking like, "This baby's coming."
We need
This
to
panic.
go. I'm calling the doctor right now. Like, okay.
Yeah.
A lot quicker. I think I've always surprised, because we've been to a different hospital every time, I think I've surprised them each time
Oh,
at
yeah.
how far along I
Because
am.
we always
They always
say it'll
get
go
that
fast.
look of like, whoa, like you said it would go fast, but not that fast, you know?
We didn't believe you. So the doctor came by 11:30, and he checked her, and she was at a 9, but her water still hadn't broken. And so the doctor
Yeah.
said, "Look, the only reason you're not at a 10 right now is because your water hasn't broken."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Let's
Do you
go
want me to break your water? And I was like,
go for it.
Yeah.
We're there. We're done. We're not gonna make it to 12:30.
Yeah.
Might as well."
and I was really calm during all of it, only because I had the epidural, which saved my life. I love epidurals.
Yeah, it was a lot of pain until the epidural came.
Yeah,
and
I
it
was
really
really-
nice.
Really feeling horrible with each contraction. They were so strong. It was like really painful. You know, that's what they do.
But the epidural works like a charm.
No, it was
You
wonderful.
all you felt was a little bit of tightness in your belly.
Yep.
No pain whatsoever.
I almost couldn't even feel the contractions coming on, but it was almost the perfect amount because it wasn't too much where I like lost control, but it was enough that I just only felt a little bit of pressure, not even a lot of pressure. So I'm like, okay, this is good.
So, doctor broke her water at like, I don't know, maybe 11:45. 15 minutes after he got there, they were all prepped and ready to go, and they're like, "Okay, we're ready now. You're at 100%,
Yeah.
10 centimeters, so let's get ready to start pushing." And then all of a
From the
sudden her
time the doctor
contractions
got
stopped.
there, it was a half an hour that I had the baby. But
Yeah, but after he broke the water, her contractions stopped. 6-7 minutes went by, no contractions.
I
We're
was
like, hey, this is supposed to make things go faster. And so she started using her special trick method. And
which is kind of awkward, but did we already tell you?
I think we did, but you can remind them.
Okay, well, it's nipple stimulation, so you just kind of pinch your nipples, and it makes you have contractions. And it's just like the natural way of having Pitocin, basically, and it works really, really well. If you ever have a question about Pitocin and you're wondering if you should take it or not, because it does make it more stressful on the baby, try the natural way first, because you can stop it really easily and you won't have any bad side effects from it. So
yeah, we said we need her
and
to.
it's just nipple stimulation.
Yeah, let's start having contractions now because we're ready to push. So, boop, she put her finger there. Minute later, first contraction.
Yep, it works like a charm. I'm telling you.
So then we're like, push. So she had a contraction. Each contraction she pushed 3 times, and then she would take a break in between. And in between contractions, she would do more nipple stimulation to try to get ready for the next one and keep things moving down there. So then by the 4th contraction, she pushed once, twice, 3rd time, the baby's head popped out. Pushed once again, and then the baby came the rest of the way out. And she was just squealing and screaming.
Not me, the baby.
Becca was just like, baby.
I actually had shakes. Like, it was weird. I was like shivering really bad, and I couldn't control it. It was like, this is weird. And my one leg I could move, and the other one I couldn't move it at all. It was like, I was like, in fact, the doctor and the nurse like pushed my legs up, and I was like,
There's
what
a
is
leg
that?
there.
That's my leg! Like, it felt, I had full feeling in my hand and no feeling in my leg. So it was like, I've never felt my leg from the outside before, kind of like.
So like, whose leg is that?
I'm like, whose leg is that?
It's not mine.
It was so funny. I couldn't feel it at all. It was weird.
So we'll have to show you a little clip from the birth, but we will be putting together also the full version of the birth and labor and delivery and everything.
It's been great. I was really, really, really blessed and lucky to have such a good experience. Everything went perfect. Like, literally, I don't think I could have asked for anything better. And we were Group B strep positive. The baby came before they were able to get
The second
2
dose of medicine.
doses of medicine in. But she hasn't had any problems so far.
Yep, it's been 2 days now.
She's doing really good.
It's
All
almost
the
exactly
tests,
48 hours.
She's passed her hearing test. Her bilirubin is good.
I know she can see because when we turn the lights on, she goes like this.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that's bright.
Leave me alone. Let me sleep. That's like me.
So she can see light.
Yeah.
Anyway, but her temperature's good. Her blood sugar's good. Let's get a close up, shall we? There she is.
There she is. Normally this would be the
Belly
time.
But the belly is highlighting the baby anyway, so now we'll just do this.
That's right. Now we're just doing baby time instead of belly time.
Oh, there you go.
And just so you know, some of the things that I'm going through, well, I'll talk about my belly first. So it's like a deflated balloon. That's kind of weird and gross because you're all stretched out, but that's exactly what it's like because you push the baby out and then all the pressure that was pushing your belly out is gone and now it's just deflated. Very glamorous. And it takes, months to get back to the way you were, or like officially I heard it takes 2 full years to recover from having a baby fully. Like, I'm not sure what I missed out on when I didn't go full 2 years, but anyways, some of the things that I'm experiencing is like when you breastfeed, it gets really sore just because there's a lot of sucking that is not normally there and biting and learning. It's difficult. It's a learning process for you and the baby. And then every time you breastfeed, at least for me, I have been cramping or having more contractions, which is doing the exact same thing it did when I had the baby in my belly, except the baby's not there anymore. So the contractions are actually making my uterus go smaller, and my uterus is probably about softball size right now. So I don't know, something like that. And it's just below my belly button, and it feels kind of weird. It's really hard, like really hard ball. But with each contraction, I bleed, and I get smaller with my uterus. So there's some information for you. I've had like a half an hour of sleep last night is all. I'm hoping Michael will help me a lot today. And then she's super healthy. Everything is going really good with her. Her little belly button cord thing is drying up and should fall off probably within a few days, I'm guessing. I think that's what happened with other boys. And then I don't know, what else? What else is there?
Everything's great. We'll be going home today.
We'll be going home today. It's been a really, oh, look at our awesome suite, by the way. This is like a hospital suite. This bed, like, you can push the button and it goes up and down, the whole thing, and it's big enough for me and Michael. And then we have a table and chairs and a nice, beautiful chair over there, and it's just really, really a nice room. We were lucky because there's like only 2 of them in the whole hospital, and I think there's like 10 people that had babies. So we're the lucky ones that get to stay in the awesome suite. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this whole process with us, and it's been so fun, and we will make a few videos to update on how she's doing and how she's growing, and meeting her brothers for the first time. That was so fun. Interesting. And we'll be going home today and just starting our new life. It's crazy, but it's like starting something completely different and new for us, and it's very, very, very cool. Feels wonderful to have a new member of the family.
So what's her name?
Her name is Elizabeth Piper Beach. And we're gonna call her Ellie. We both feel like it's right, and we did finally agree on a name. Yes, we already agreed on it. Took forever, but we got it, and that's what's important. We'll talk to you guys later.